Good morning, Wildcats. I'm Matt Bora with the Wildcat Reports.
I'm Rick James Wade.
And I'm Cody Janke, and this desk is really small.
And I'm Zach Lanham with the Wildcat
Report.
My name is Heather Center.
Kate Janke, Will Morris. Now we go live.
Mandy Clark and Dana Berry.
We now go live with our breaking news correspondent, Zach E. Football.
This is the Wildcat Report. A new cafeteria addition will expand seating to a second level. Football coach Kirk Peterson talks about the Wildcats' undefeated season. For one Millard West student, buying and selling cars is not only a passion, but a business. And the fall sports season ends with a bang as we cover all the highlights. Good morning, Wildcats. I'm Zach Lanham.
And I'm Matthew Bora.
And this is the Wildcat Report. Musical auditions for Little Shop of Horrors will be on November 9th and November 10th. If you have any questions, please contact Ms. Phillips or Mr. Bjornson.
The National Athletic Signing Day will be held on Wednesday, November 11th. Any athlete who has made a decision on a college shall notify the activity office by Friday, November 6th.
And last, we'd like to congratulate Mr. Royers for winning Nebraska Teacher of the Year last month.
The project to expand the Millard West cafeteria is fully underway. The construction of a second tier will begin this summer. We go to Craig Morrissey and Nick Downer with the story.
This cafeteria, where over 2,000 Millard West students eat lunch every day, will be getting a new expansion next year. The expansion will be on the second level balcony that will stick out from its original position. It will also consist of a new staircase near the cat's den to help with getting up to the balcony.
The new cafeteria expansion will be on the second floor mezzanine is what it's going to be. It's not quite up to the same level as the catwalk.
With a large increase of students coming into Millard West each year, even teachers are noticing an increase in noise from students in the cafeteria.
Well, it's certainly long overdue. We need it, so there's no question in my mind that we need to have that, this expansion.
The plan and design of it is, according to the architects, is just to drop it down a little bit. They believe that it won't have any more noise in those rooms than you have already from the commons.
Dramatically, I mean, we're still looking at 2,500 kids in this building plus, so, but it certainly can't hurt.
Students and staff claim that the new expansions to the cafeteria will cause disruptions. By allowing students to have lunch on the second floor, the overroaring chatter may distract both students and teachers.
You can't deny that more space is needed during lunch.
Yeah, it will help clear hallways because then there's not as many people rushing at the stairwells.
So there's I'm sure we'll sit down with the administration and we'll talk about some possible options because I think they're aware that there's certainly going to be more noise out in front of these three classrooms.
Since some students have to stand at lunch, many are excited because the expansion will provide those students with a place to sit.
I stand for the first 10 minutes or so while the other classes are eating.
The biggest thing is just that we need more seating in our cafeterias. Our building grows. We need more places to sit, and we just don't have enough lunch periods to make room for everybody.
You can certainly hear kids at particularly third block, you can hear it, and certainly when kids are a little bit closer to the room.
Adding the balcony will help people get out of the way in the lunchroom.
This has been Nick Downer and the man behind the camera, Craig Morrissey, with the Wildcat Report.
Congratulations to the Millard West Wildcat football team for a perfect 9-0 regular season. For an inside look to the road to Memorial Stadium, we go to Will Morris and Matt Porro with the story.
The regular season is come and gone. From here on out, playoff football is the only thing left to be played. The records have been reset to 0-0. A win keeps your season alive another week, and a loss has you checking in pads.
We talked about it this week. The good thing about the regular season is you could have a screw up and stub your toe and maybe lose a game, knowing that there was another game coming. At this time of the year, I think everyone's got the same amount of pressure on, regardless of who we're playing, because if you make too many mistakes, then you're worried about when you're checking in gear because your season's over.
Checking in as the number 2 seed, the Millard West Wildcats look to build off their impressive 9-0 season, a feat which has only been accomplished twice before in school history. This dominant squad has seen very few setbacks all season, with the overall margin of victory being 342-78.
Ever since last year, Coach Pete, after the season ended, he's pretty excited about our class, and I think he saw the way we worked together was pretty extraordinary, I guess. So he's pretty excited about this year.
The leader of this extraordinary band of brothers is their coach, Kirk Peterson. This is Peterson's 12th year at the helm of the Wildcats program. He has accomplished much during that time, including a state championship in 2008. This year, he hopes to do the same. The root of the success can be contributed to several factors such as talent, preparation, and work ethic. Several players would even give much of the credit to the dedication of their head coach.
He's always in with the other coaches, trying to figure out what scheme or whatever is going to help with the next team, getting the game plan.
We've worked up to this point. This is supposed to be fun now.
I say he's definitely committed. Him and the rest of our coaches spend a lot of their weekend, a lot of their Sunday and Saturday and everything to go over film with the teams and get us the information we need to be successful for that week.
It is yet to be determined whether or not Millard West will cap off this historic season with a state championship. Regardless of the outcome, this season is in no way a failure in Coach Peterson's eyes.
I think that's kind of the product of the environment we live in now, because people are going to look, we're 9-0 undefeated, and if we would happen to get beat in the semifinals or the quarterfinals or even Friday, people would probably look and see it was a failure. But I think if you would look back at just this senior class, as freshmen, they were 4-5, and that doesn't happen very often. Our younger teams are usually 6-3, 7-2, 8-1, sometimes undefeated. So this group of seniors has come a long way. So however it ends, it's going to be deemed a success because we talk about putting us in a position to be successful, and this team has done that. I tell them it doesn't guarantee victory. As long as you're prepared and do the best you can, that's athletics. So not everyone's going to win it. There's going to be one team at the end that wins the whole thing, and we just hope it's us.
Do your job every single snap. We'll take care of business. Let's go. Let's go.
This has been Matthew Porro and Will Morris with the Wildcat Report. A student at Millard West has owned more cars than most people will own in their entire lifetime. A successful business has been founded from buying and selling cars. For more on the story, we go to Delaney Reynolds and Sarah Krieber.
Senior Braxton Christensen not only puts his pedal to the metal, but he puts his money where his mouth is too. Christensen has bought and sold over 10 cars on Craigslist this past year.
My name is Braxton Christensen and I buy and sell cars.
He started using Craigslist when his Mazda Speed's turbo began to suck oil. He decided to sell the car and then purchased a Firebird. From then on, he was driven by buying and selling. Christensen expands his entrepreneurial skills through social media sites. By using Facebook and Instagram, he's able to advertise and spread the word. He has posted about and sold a Volkswagen Jetta Glee, Chevrolet Camaro, Cherokee Jeep, and Turbo Miata. Christensen currently drives a Pontiac Grand Am GT.
I mean, I've picked up cars that are worth, $35, $4,000. I picked them up for, dirt cheap and flipped them. And I mean, I made profit and also gave whoever bought the car a pretty good deal.
With a site that gets more than 50 billion page views per month, there is a large array of users. Unfortunately, some users can be manipulative and dishonest. Christensen knows all too well about this.
Lowball offers, I get those all the time. Like my Firebird, some guy tried to tell me, oh, I only have this much money because I'm losing my house and that's my dream car. I mean, if you're losing your house, why are you buying a car?
Cash is king. Cash talks a lot more than your mouth does.
This has been Delaney Reynolds and Sarah Krieber with this week's Wildcat Report.
Now to sports with Richard James Wade and Cody Janke.
I'm Rick James Wade.
And I'm Cody Janke, and this desk has not gotten any bigger.
We broke back into our old studio, and we have about 3 minutes to record this before the authorities show up.
So let's get to some athletics.
First, we start with our Wildcats softball team. Thank you, seniors, for another incredible season. The Wildcats made it to the semifinals, losing a close, heartfelt match to the Papillion La Vista Monarchs, but there is a silver lining. They beat Millard South one more time.
Our cross-country team, under first-year head coach Colin Johnston, continues to plow through the state. Seth Hirsch and Josh Klein both placed in the top 5 in the boys individual, with Seth coming in first and Josh Klein coming in third, while the boys team itself placed first overall and won state, and the girls also took second. That, if I do say so myself, is pure domination.
Wildcat football is also raising some eyebrows, having the 3rd undefeated regular season in school history, rolling into the playoffs with a 9-0 record. Top 5 going in via the Omaha World Herald Nebraska Prep Zone. We're hoping we're 10-0 by now, but we are also hoping that Creighton Preparatory High School won.
We can only pray that God will gift us a second-round matchup against the Junior Jays.
We did win, beating the Rockets of Lincoln Northeast 62-14 on Friday night.
Something interesting is going on down at the north end of the school. After winning their senior night, they come from behind fashion.
Okay, I don't know who you are, but somebody pissed volleyball off. They went into the postseason as a questionable team, and they are killing everybody. They beat everybody in Metros by a score of 2-0. Everybody, look at the combined score. Look at this!
I guess I won't be getting away with the volleyball team anytime soon, because I kind of enjoy my life.
We're going to end with a new segment called Angst. 20% sports anger, 20% a reason to be irrational, and 60% just an excuse to throw stuff at school. For this first segment of Angst, I'm going to talk about Mike Riley, head coach of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I have 5 magic numbers for you. 3, the number of wins Nebraska has. 5, the number of losses Nebraska has. 26, the number of fullback carries Nebraska has. 284, the number of passes attempted this year by Tommy Armstrong. And 5,421, the number of things that I've broken this year because of Nebraska. Here's my Mike Riley impression.
We're going to get better this week, and Tommy Armstrong just needs to get better.
Run the football! You're upsetting the fullbacks! That's all for us, Wildcats.
Good morning.
This has been Matthew Porro
and Zach Lana
with the Wildcat Report. Keep it real, Wildcats.